Sports. It's in the game.
Ooh, ooh, breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing they to say. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch 'em talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket. A traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about cruise about 100 deep? Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Yeah.
Stop, here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move, it's scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way, richer than me. This ain't up for debate.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Black Knights of Melbourne taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Down. Shot. 17. Ready.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Young. yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Little short pass here to Hill. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Now the rookie 3rd-round pick. It's Devon Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Gain of 6. That's good for Dolphins. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
1st down, they go back to Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 18-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Turbo one, high. Turbo one, high.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-chain, 77 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ready.
2nd and 7.
Real green.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Young on 3rd down. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Here we go. 12, 10. Roster, 6.
On 1st and 10, Young. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Okay, right.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Here is Young. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12,
touchdown! T. Higgins, 28 yards. And the Black Knights go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
21G.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Inside handoff, Henry. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now here's Young. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's A-Chain headed right. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set. 5-97.
Running from the gun with Henry. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Young. On the slant, this is Chark. 20! Touchdown! DJ Chark. 46 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Young's pass. Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane on his way to a historic performance with 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. This will be brought out from the middle of the... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Being chased out left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on blitz.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air once more, Young. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Again, it's A-Chain. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Running right, here's A-Chain. Well, he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cam Smith. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Young's pass intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give up the middle to A-Chain. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Come on, 2. 32 stinger. Yeah. Let's go. Out.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Derrick Henry all alone inside the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Black Knights, 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Play action, now it's Tua. Steps away. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be...
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It was Henry Anderson who got in there to get him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. It's A-Chain on the give. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And no sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
A-Chain now up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game.
There he goes, left side. And what a big-time play there. 43 yards. First and 10, Young. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play.
Here we go.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jonathan Mingo.
32 yards.
And the Black Knights have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Black Knights 42.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Troy Hill picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, ready.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And Young's throw there incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Ready?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their 12-yard line.
Hey, get set.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Dolphins 56, Black Knights 49.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A-Chain on the counter.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 1-yard pickup.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's A-Chain.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
That Tua is going to change things up. Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
43 rail.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by Chark.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is a
touchdown. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Black Knights have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And they'll run here with A-Chain. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Got it.
Here's 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38. Cheetah. 10 cycle. Fury, yellow.
Now Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Green. Blaster, 6. Yellow, go. Ready.
Young to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Here's Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's a win for the Dolphins here, and it was a strong performance by Tua that helped lead the way.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week.
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own. When you winning, wake up, look out the window, see the road.